So if you guys watched the last 4 videos, you saw Keith and I following around Colin, Ben, and our friend Rich. We were mostly elk hunting, but Colin also had a mule deer tag and we ended up getting into some crazy action. But after everybody in that group had left, there was still some September left, and I wasn't really sure what my plans were going to be moving forward. To me, hunting as a group during elk season is part of the fun, but once everybody was gone, I wasn't super excited about going and trying to self-film an elk hunt. But Cole wanted to come out, so we decided that we were going to try to finish out September with one more elk hunt. This was a new area, so we were going in blind, but throughout the summer, I'd been looking at the map and pinning a bunch of different options for places that we could go check out. My initial thoughts going in were based off of experiences that we had had in the past, and for the most part we've had the best luck hiking as far away from people as we can and try to get up high in elevation. So on the first morning, Cole and I woke up and did just that. We hiked our way in a couple of miles, and our plan was to set up a base camp at a good central location and then be able to hunt several different drainages from that one base camp. But the most action that we ended up having was right after we set up our camp. I made a bugle off of a high point, we waited, got no response, then we started walking again, and as I looked up, I saw a bull standing almost in bow range, but it was too late and he had seen us and moved off. And after that, things only got worse. The rest of the day we made a huge loop into different drainages, and we saw almost no sign. The majority of the sign that we saw was laid down by cattle and not elk. And we decided it was probably time to bail. Woke up the next morning, and by the time we got back to the truck, repacked our gear, and headed into Plan B, the day was already starting to come to a close. So again, on the morning of day 3, we started hiking our way up higher in elevation, past a bunch of hunter sign, and that wasn't necessarily getting our confidence any higher, but we eventually set up our base camp and continued to climb up higher in elevation, trying to get away from the hunters. That evening, we got up into some areas that were real tough to get to, and we figured that we would find some elk up there. At the very least, we were hoping to find a little bit more sign than what we'd been seeing, but sure enough, we saw nothing but old sign, and it definitely wasn't building our confidence for the last 4 days of season. So getting back to camp that night, I'll be honest, morale was pretty low. We were starting to think about different options, like maybe even bailing on the elk hunt and starting to scout for deer, because we weren't really even sure that we were going to find elk. And at that point, we were pretty physically beat. So on the morning of day 4, I woke up a little bit earlier than Cole, and I just kind of stood around camp trying to hear a bugle. As I stood there though, I started hearing something working my way, and I looked up to see a spike headed right towards me. That spike ended up being super close to me, and he actually walked between me and Cole in the tent. So when Cole woke up that morning, I had a pretty funny story to tell him. Seeing that spike though did give us a little bit of hope moving forward. We felt like maybe the elk had actually shifted lower in elevation and were feeding on more of the oak brush and the green vegetation that was growing in aspen patches. Cole was really positive throughout the whole experience, and I think because he had never been elk hunting, he had no expectation of hearing any bugles or even really seeing any elk. And after 3.5 days of hunting and not hearing a bugle, I wasn't feeling too confident. But Cole suggested that maybe we should try driving around, checking for hunting pressure, and then listening from different locations closer to the road, and maybe that would tip us off to where we could find some elk to hunt. So when we got back to the truck that afternoon, we started driving around, checking out new areas, and listening for bugles even late into the night. And that's where this hunt finally started to get interesting.
Have a good one. Wish you the best.
Buddy's parked up here.
Did you do that? Just trying to not get it to crackle. There you go. Just keep doing that, and then just at the end of it, just drop your jaw or your tongue off. Like, if you're hunting and you're trying to call, like, you should just be able to do it with 100% confidence, because if you start choking on it, it's like,
So you're not gonna let me call tomorrow then?
not yet. You might get there. Cattle. Come back. Come back. Yeah, it worked, boy. You got him running. it's just a weird road snack. Sounds like a boo.
No, that sounds like something. Just like a straight back in there. Yeah. He's ripped. There's a big saddle up there that we could probably just camp out if we wanted to.
I mean, that just makes you feel way better.
So you gotta do it all you can drink out of this cow poop pond. We're going to paint today. Because it's killed it. At least today or tomorrow. Hey, right here, right here. Sam. I don't really know if we should try to get up there or if we should just try to peek in here and like side hill around. Where I think they were last night is like right over this saddle. But they could be a long way from there. I also like don't want to go blasting bugles today just because everyone else is doing that. Right. Yeah, I think slipping on something. Yeah. I think our best bet's just gonna be like finding fresh sign and being like, okay, there's a dang good chance they're in this little pocket of thick. Because clearly they're gonna be in thick and it doesn't actually seem like there's cows in here. No. Come out here, bring chapstick, right? I like that. Real quick. Right there. Let's get him. Our first official in the woods bugle, and we're like 200 yards from our truck. Knowing that, it's like we just slow sneak in there the whole. I mean, if it takes the whole day, so be it. I'm guessing he probably has cows too. Kind of sounds like a good boo. At least bigger than a spike. And say if he bugles again, then just keep cutting it. I feel like we probably ought to do that, huh? Yep. Okay. Four wheels are up now. There was a bugle somewhere, but I don't know where. I'm gonna try to drop, see if I can block off some of that sound, but I'll just be like right here. I'm thinking we should probably start slowly cutting distance, but what do you think? Shall we just keep distance on this trail so we can try to stay on the trail as best we can? Just imagine waking up and driving one of those things to go on the four-wheeler. Yeah. I mean, if it's the only way you can get out, that's one thing, but it's like, if you can walk, just try it. All this natural noise around us. You got the airplanes, you got the loggers, you got the four-wheelers, you got the can-hammers. And I hate tiptoeing, so I think we should probably just keep moving up in there. We said we wanted to be aggressive, and now we got one going, so. I mean, it may just be a whole day ordeal, which I'm not. I mean, obviously, neither one of us cares. I'm only until 10, and then I'm done. back to the can-ham to get to the griddle. Logging noises are kind of nice. Calming. Could just get crazy and stuff in this at any point today. Yeah. He's around here still. We're up on this high point above where we heard him last time, hoping that he makes a sound if he's still in here. And if not, at some point we'll probably start moving down the ridge. Definitely more elk sign than anywhere we've been. We're about to give up and go scouting for deer. Glad we did it. Feels like at any point anything can happen here, so I'm just gonna stay optimistic and keep looking for him till maybe the season's over, or an hour from now when we stick a dink in the neck. This one's not a dink. But we just as likely to kill his satellite bulb. I should have let down, and I was gonna try to stand up and just shoot him. I was like, I need to get the smidge higher. I should have done better. I should have been patient in the lane. I was gonna try to stand up and just put one through there. Because he looked away. I thought, well, not a good excuse, but I couldn't stand up very well on my bad right leg. It was pinned. Way bigger than what we needed. Close was he then? No, yeah, he was super close. I was just sitting here like this, trying not to. Did good. He'd heard us come up here. And that's why I came in. Before we even got to the top, I said I heard something down there. It had to have been him, because that's right where it was. I heard pop right down there. Well, he was right there the whole time, and then I think he just eventually was like, I'm gonna go check that out. When he looked away, I should have let down, and then I could have not moved. But instead, I tried to get up for a shot. He's walking this trail right here. Are you ever gonna draw him? This stump. We would have been fine. I kept panicking too. I'm like, I don't want him to be here for too long and him smell us. I'm sorry. We really should have killed that bull. It's just stupid. If you haven't learned by now, I'm pretty mad at myself for not letting down. I had the New York buck in my head, because on that one he turned and looked the other way and I stood up. I thought I could get away with it. I guess I got a little greedy in the moment and thought I could just stand up and get one down through there. Maybe I wasn't even close to getting the pin saddle. It felt like I was pointing the arrow at him. And I just messed up, and I obviously would do about anything to get that one back, but it's alright. Hunting pressured elk into bulls aren't bugling a lot of times. A lot of times you're running into other hunters, and these are exactly the same things that we've been running into. Some of the things that Cole and I have been doing on this hunt are keep moving. If you're not hearing bulls, if you're not seeing fresh sign, keep her moving. Also, Cole encouraged us to go listen at night, and that's how we got on these elk here. Definitely not had much success finding elk doing it in the past, but we were able to find these elk. If you feel the elk are getting pressured by hunters calling at them, maybe try calling less. Like today, for example, we have not made a single call. Ground noise goes a long way when dealing with elk. They are so loud that when they hear something, especially within their bedding area, even if it's not calling, they're gonna probably assume that it's an elk. We're walking, pausing, and listening. It's ultimately what, got him to come in, was us coming through this bedding area. Don't be afraid to move slow and just make ground noise, because darn tootin' it'll work. You got anything to add, boy?
Keep going. It was fun. I just say don't let one mistake ruin your hunt.
No, I'm gonna try real hard to stay positive after that.
Sucks we didn't get them, but there's like several positives out of it. Like we've only been in this area for 3 hours. You had a bullet 13 minutes.
Yeah. We're one little mistake away from getting him. And who knows what might happen still. So, huge props to Cole, because Cole's never elk hunted. He just stayed positive. Never heard a dang bugle. Stayed positive, kept pushing me to do something different, and ultimately helped build my confidence. That's a pretty good deal. Find you a hunting partner like that, too. Should've let down outdoors.
Yeah, should've.
We're gonna go bounce around outdoors. We got several similar spots to this one picked out. Kind of doing the same thing that we're doing, like listening where we can hear where he was this morning, and then obviously he might bugle later tonight, and then we'll just stalk in on that bugle and call if we need to finish it up. But let's go spook something else. It's starting to get to be the prime before prime. Now some sort of opening where we can follow a trail back. It's like we're in it bad. Oh, we'll just take the ridge right out. It's the never-ending thicket. We should have stayed up there. That sounds like the same. That's his satellite pool that came in. Might be. I feel like just getting to the highest point up there tomorrow morning, ready to make moves, is going to be a good play.
I can see how they survive this long in this.
Yeah. He's bugling over there. We just kind of dove down the ridge, and he was more where we left that cow. Yeah. We thought we'd be going all the way back up around. It's like, ended up being way thicker. Try again tomorrow. We still got 2 days, and like,
We had a pretty good day in the woods.
we had a great day. I'm not complaining at all. I just feel a little flustered with that, the never-ending thicket.
It's like you're back in Wisconsin again, going through Briar.
That and the steep and just the falling and about twisting your knees off. 2 dudes with not so good knees right now. Recovering knees. Not fully 100. Mine's not fully 100%. I don't know about yours.
No, probably 85. Yeah. I don't know if it'll ever be 100% again.
Mine's gonna be 100% cold. I don't know about yours, but mine's gonna be 100%.
We're gonna kill one before 9:30.
We want to get in the thick stuff, but we feel like the angle that we're at right now just isn't gonna probably work out. So we're gonna go back up here. There's pines up here where that bull came in on us yesterday. We might just try it. What do you think?
Just gonna do our best.
That's all we can do. I just don't think that there's gonna be tons and tons of bulls ripping bugles, but we might get one to bugle if we get in their bedding area. I just believe in heavily pressured areas. That's your best bet. Although it sucks, man. I'm gonna throw my M2 vest on. We're gonna participate in the act of crashing through bedding areas. There's a whole lot of spots like where we had that one come in on us yesterday where elk could be bedded. Basically any high knob. Just poke around at as many of those as we possibly can. It always takes a lot longer to get to places than what you think. I feel like that's the thing that definitely grabbed my attention yesterday. It's like you're going at the pace that you feel like you should be to not be blowing them out. It takes some time to go even a mile. Also, it's gonna really help us a lot of it that it's not as windy today, but that ain't up to us. That's up to our Mother Nature. Also, the bull that we heard bugling last night is not bugling right now, which can't say I'm too surprised about it.
Is that a bugle?
Both times I heard him, I thought he was in the never-ending thicket is there. And I think he's in that. It's 11 o'clock, fueled up, ate some snacks. It's like right by where I caught a glimpse of a calf moving through yesterday. We're gonna just head that way, not really mess around too long, just try to get up there. As long as nobody else heard him too and beat us to him, then we're probably in good shape.
Biggest worry.
Yeah, but it's hard to say. There's a lot of people hunting this area, but we're really not bumping into anyone other than that guy yesterday morning, so it's hard to say. All we can do is try our best. Someone got one.
Bull?
Cow. Looks like some sort of predator tried to bury it a little bit. We're on someone's turf. Ooh, cat in the tree. Look at the bear scratchings on that.
Oh, such a good sign.
Oh, I love a good kill site. Honestly, the fact that it's a cow kind of is a good sign. It is hot, boy. We got up above where we thought we heard him hours ago. We're just gonna loop around, try to drop. We made a huge circle around him. That way we can make sure the wind's in our favor, but we're just gonna try to drop down on his level. The wind's ripping again today. It was yesterday too. So we're just gonna hopefully be able to get down out of the wind here a little bit better, and then if he does start bugling, which we keep thinking we maybe are hearing him, but there's also a lot of wind noise going on. If we can get down there and get on his level and hear him, then we can just move in. But there's also a water source down there. We're gonna try to get in between him and that water source, so I don't know. All we can do is our absolute very best. And we might do that, we might not, we might mess up, you know, but we'll be trying. I think he's right over here somewhere, at least last we heard. And if he gives away his location one time, it's like you're in so much better position. I mean, they've definitely been in here thick. Try to find a little shady spot where we can kind of see in here down in there. But we'll just kind of sneak around.
He just cut the camera.
Really? He just bugled.
Really good spot.
Yeah. We put a lot of effort into it. I think confidence was like 50-50. He could be in here, he could be not, but
We kept telling ourselves he was.
Yeah.
And he was right where we thought he was.
we both just sat here agreed too that we should sit here till 5:30. It's 5:50. Alright, we're gonna start getting aggressive. Get my stuff together and we'll start inching that way probably. Not, let's use the time we got because it's gonna be loud getting to him. If you got 200 yards like that, we might just try to do that, huh?
Just get between him and the water. Just stay
Get it down here, yeah. But I think, do I look insane or what? I'm hoping to. I guess, do we just not overthink this and go probably straight down? This is why they live here.
Yeah.
The lower that we get, the more I think we'll be covered in an understory. It's so hard to see in this stuff. Like when you haven't seen anything, it's hard to reference anything. Straight here. I think we can just keep inching through here and go right at it. Sounded pretty quiet, but that way I feel pretty confident he's just through the thick. You're going through this stuff. Very best way to do it is push it away versus slide past it. And then also just stay as low as we can. We're doing good. Keep it going. You're probably just here. Yeah, it's been a minute. Ow. Messed him up a little bit.
Yeah. Definitely there was that branch breaking that waked him out.
It could be any number of things too, you know. Yeah, temporarily shut him down. We still got him around probably a half hour. I just never felt like I heard anything run. Felt like we'd have definitely heard something run. Darn, because it's like I don't want to be timid and not move, but also don't want to run him over for no reason. I think we just tried to sneak out best we can, impact nothing. I don't know where he went. Sun disappeared on us. Sometimes it's just, one more day. Let's just stay positive and know that we're gonna kill this punk. That's all we can do. That was fun, man. Hey, seriously, great job.
No more bow hunting for you guys?
Well, we got deer in San Diego we'll go play with, but
tough.
Muleys or what?
Yeah, they're little mule deer.
Sounds fun.
It is. It's a fun hunt.
We're just thankful that you let us ride.
Too bad knees.
Yeah, we both had knee surgery in the last year, so why not take advantage? Yeah, that's us.
In New Mexico, you can be far more aggressive with these animals, and
Yeah.
I was probably being too aggressive. Take care of your knees.
Yeah. Good luck the rest of the season. Hopefully you get some deer.
Well, we just got a ride back to the truck and saved our legs a little bit from Patrick and Jennifer.
Yep.
Super nice people, I mean.
Give you a couple drinks.
Yeah, I got a couple beers, which I've been craving. Saved our legs for the morning a lot.
Oh yeah, dude. Saved us time too. We're gonna be able to eat and go to sleep early.
And they told us what they've been hearing and what they've been seeing. And they've seen multiple bulls. I enjoy meeting people like that.
Yeah, that was great. Great memories.
Yeah. I'm gonna remember that forever, probably. That was hilarious. I was laying in the back of a Jeep with a beehive. He goes, I don't think there's any alive, but I'm just holding a beehive while we were driving down the road.
Lots to unpack after being.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna boil some water and make a meal.
Yeah,
Think about
that.
it. Here's that great in front of us.